Hi, I'm Jessica Sinka. I am a PhD candidate in the Department of Biology, where I work in Dr. Mark Bernard's lab. I had originally decided to come to Western because I was a fourth-year thesis student and I had the opportunity to present my work at Ontario Biology Day, which Western was hosting in that year. And I had walked across the bridge onto the main campus and just thought how beautiful it was with the river, with the old buildings, and you get this feeling that you're kind of a part of something. Also at Ontario Biology Day, I had met my current supervisor, who was just very enthusiastic, very fun, as well as several of the Western students at the time, and just thought how great it would be to be a part of Western. My research focus is on plant wound healing. So when you injure a plant, they deposit this molecule known as suberin in the upper surface, and this molecule acts to prevent pathogens from getting in as well as from water getting out. So in essence, it prevents your potato from getting too moldy. My research project is tracking how this molecule is formed biosynthetically. So I do two things for this. So one is tracking the carbon using stable isotopes, and then the other is using reverse genetic techniques where we perform knockdowns and we're able to assess the role of the gene within that biosynthetic pathway. The reason that I'm personally able to be successful within this graduate program is because of how kind and supportive all of the faculty are, as well as my fellow peers and colleagues. So one of the things I like to always go back to is that we have a weekly meetup called Bio Cafe on Wednesday, so we all get together with the graduate students as well as the faculty, and it's a very supportive environment, very encouraging. You get to talk about science as well as things more towards personal development. And one of the things I have found within this department is you no longer get treated like a student, you get treated like a colleague, which is very kind of reassuring, and it's great to be a part of. An additional thing that I enjoy about the Department of Biology is we're broken up into different streams. So we have ecology and evolution, physiology, biochemistry, and cell and molecular. And you get to present and work on kind of professional development within each of these streams, which allows you to work on more soft skills as well as hard skills within a group of people who understand your program. So that has been very crucial in my personal development as well, and especially getting comfortable with presentation styles and communicating my research. As a graduate student within the Department of Biology, you'll go through both a graduate teaching assistantship as well as a research assistantship. I've had the opportunity to TA several courses, including ecology, biostatistics, and organismal physiology being my favorite. The opportunity is to get to work on your science communication, so explaining kind of difficult concepts to the undergraduate population, as well as helping them develop professionally and develop as young researchers. The research assistantship is the 4 months over summer, which is great because you're no longer TAing, so you have your full time period to be able to dedicate to working in lab, coming in, doing research and experiments. For me, the best part about being a Western student is the people who I get to surround myself with. So that's including my supervisor, all of my friends and colleagues within the department, and the faculty and supervisors that I've gotten to have. One thing that I really want to mention is that often if something is failing in terms of experiments or somebody's having a tough time, usually a group of us will go over to the grad club together, which is just across from my building, and we'll grab a drink and a bite to eat, and it will become a very supportive, very encouraging atmosphere. So I would say that the community is definitely the best part about being a Western student. One piece of advice that I would like to give, which is something I wish I had been told when I started, is that doing a graduate program is not walking a straight line. When I had started my master's and reclassified into my PhD, I really thought that you go, you do an experiment, you get the data, you write it up, and that's all there is to it. But what I found since entering the program is that there is a multitude of different ways that you can spend your time, which are all productive. What I mean by this is, yes, I'm focusing on my research that goes directly into my thesis, but I've also had lots of opportunities to work with collaborators and work on more interdisciplinary projects, as well get involved within Western as a community. So that's hosting departmental events or going and attending seminars. My advice would be to get involved and do things outside of your dissertation, but do keep in mind that you do also need to be selfish with your time, so only do it as long as it's not affecting your progress through the program.